Hello and welcome back. I know you guys are getting pretty cold, and here it's approaching summer. So while you guys are hating 20-degree weather, I'm gonna be loving it because I'm adjusting to the metric system, and I love it. So this time I want to tell you guys kind of about the scenery and the food. For those of you that don't know, Santiago is completely surrounded by the Andes. Like, it is breathtaking. So when I first came here, it was kind of just coming out of winter, and so there's snow on them. There's still snow there. So it's still really cold up there, but it is absolutely amazing. Like, every day at training, not during a drill or exercise, but every day it is so beautiful, absolutely breathtaking. Something about the scenery, I guess, would be the people, and I told some people this whenever I first came in May, but I'm kind of disappointed that there's no common features. Like, I wanted to come here and I wanted to look Chilean, I wanted to be a part of this culture, but they kind of look like everybody. Like, it's very European, and there are some that would even fit in Jasper, and you would have no idea. So it's pretty interesting. Of course, they do have some, that come from the Mapuche culture, so they look more Spanish, Hispanic, Latin, whatever. But they also have their blue eyes, their blonde hair, their red hair. So it's really hard to tell if someone's a gringo or not. But it also kind of makes it fun. My friends and I sort of make a game out of it sometimes. And now that I have friends from England, it's not so much, I think they're from America. It's, are they from America or are they from England? So it's a good time. But again, I was a little disappointed. But it's also pretty cool. It's nice to just see such a wide variety of people. But also all kind of in the same culture. So let's see, what else do you see? You know what else you see? Food everywhere. So you know that I'm happy. It's like food vendors and open door convenience stores every 10 meters. See, I'm adjusting. But everyone is trying to make a buck, which is fine. Not only do you have the actual stands, but you've got, the people with the towels on the ground, and they're selling all their trinkets and toys and backpacks, and for whatever reason, these little coin purses with cat faces, like close-up cat faces. So I feel like I should have one. But let's see, what do they sell at these food vendors? It's pretty much the same thing everyone you go to. What I was kind of surprised by and a little bit happy by is that they only have like 5 different kinds of salty snacks, like chips, but they have like 30 different types of cookies. Bless your heart, Chile, bless your heart. Like my teammates, they'll get candy before, during, after training. They drink soda, and it's natural, and they're all small. They're smaller than me. But it's crazy. They're like, offer me candy right as we're getting ready to start. And I'm like, no, hard pass. I don't want it. But because when I first came here, I kind of felt like, okay, so I can eat all these cookies and eat this bread that they have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I can't. No, I cried to some people. I lost my muscle tone after a month of being here, and it's a true story. But then I acclimated myself with the gym facility at our stadium, and I stopped eating bread all the time, and I stopped having so much sugar, and it's all back. So don't worry, I'm good now. But I've actually lost some kilograms while I've been here, so that's good. But yeah, outside of me eating sushi every other meal, I think, some of the typical Chilean foods here, they have like some of the smaller range stuff. They have empanadas, and they have empanadas de pino, de queso, de jamón y queso, what what else? Napolitana. They have Mexicana, Espanol. God, there's one that's kind of my favorite. Oh, con camarones. I mean, anything you want, they put it in an empanada. It's so good. But it took me a while to find places that had empanadas del horno, which is grilled, instead of the empanadas fritas, which is fried. Which, I mean, of course, they're pretty good, but you don't feel good after you eat it. So finding grilled food was definitely a bit of a challenge at first, but now, I mean, I feel like it's everywhere. So, sorry. Something else that they have is called pasta de choclo, which is like, it's kind of like a cornbread, I think, but it's warmer and it's not so, like, what word do I want to use? Sorry, I'm blanking, but the consistency is not so much of a bread. It's a little bit softer, kind of mushier. But the first couple times I had it, it was just cornbread, kind of like a side, but a little bit bigger. It's not like just little squares that we would usually have. And then I went to a place down south, and they were kind of known for their empanadas and pasta de choclo. And so a couple of friends and I ordered it, and it was actually full of like meat and peppers and onions, and kind of a big surprise. It was good, but so apparently they can make different kinds of that as well. What else? There's so many little things. A lot of them are drinks. The big drink here is pisco, which I kind of liken it to tequila a little bit, not quite. They love it here, and the big thing is to have a piscola, which is just pisco and Coca-Cola. They've got what's called a terremoto, aptly named. It's a fermented wine, and I think in its most original state, they have the fermented wine. They put pineapple ice cream and a little bit of grenadine. So it sounds really good. I think it's disgusting. I like the ice cream, but I don't think it's good. My friends love it. But I've tried one before, but I did have one the night that we actually had the earthquake. I don't know. Peer pressure was easy that night, I guess. What else? I know I'm forgetting so many things. I didn't write it all down. But, I mean, like I said, they have a lot of little things. I don't know how much is necessarily like a huge thing, like a big meal or something. There probably is. But so far, I've definitely enjoyed the empanadas. Not so much the pasta, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stop because I can't remember half of what I was gonna say. But anyway, I think that's enough. I think I've taken enough of your time. So you guys go back to enjoying your days filled with Sarah Palin quotes and Donald Trump, and that Android Snapchat doesn't have all the cool features where you just sit there and go, and things happen. So whatever else is going on in the U.S. The Cubs, hey, I hate them, but I guess it's great. As a sports fan, I'm happy for you guys. I am. I'll say that. I'm happy for you guys. Speaking of overcoming hatred, I have decided that I don't hate LeBron anymore. I don't hate Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't hate Justin Bieber, and I don't hate Taylor Swift. Like a whole new person here. So there you go. Just trying to spread the love. But until next time, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Just try and stay warm. I know it's getting cold there. And go Pacers. Ciao.